Especially with the man who scored 107 of them in Champions League football, Ronaldo, playing. In terms of what went wrong in the league so far, excuse me, Brian, Ronaldo getting that 5-game suspension is in the middle there. So, I mean, is that the real reason that they've struggled in the league?
I think it might be a little bit of a throwback to the glory of last season. I mean, since Zidane has taken over, they've won every trophy they've played in. They've won 7 trophies since then, all the big ones, particularly the Champions League, the 2 La Liga as well, the 2 Super Cups. So they have been outstanding. So maybe there's just a little bit of relaxing over the summer in terms of ambition and in terms of how we're going to start the new season. I'm thinking, well, it'll be long enough that we'll be able to recover the ground. But I think with these 2 teams, you've got to look back to last year where they were in the group and both games finished 2-2, and Dortmund actually finished ahead of Real Madrid in the group because their overall goal difference was better. But the 2 matches were really, really exceptional matches, and I think having seen Dortmund in the first one and how open they were defensively against Spurs, great in possession, dominated Spurs for long periods of the game, long time since I saw Spurs push back where they less than 30% possession into their own half, but yes, Spurs got the goal in the break, and as Graeme said, that's probably the route for the Real Madrid again tonight, because as we know, they're such a quality counter-attacking team. With Bale is back fit, Isco on the ball.
And as Brian refers to there, and it's a subject we keep talking about in football these days. We'll talk about it with Liverpool later on. You dominate possession, you play a high line, you get on top of the opposition, and then Spurs did it to Dortmund at Wembley, absolutely capitalised in behind on Dortmund's defensive weakness.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you can dominate the ball, you can have all the chances, but unless you're putting the ball in the net, you know, you're vulnerable, and then you got a goal behind, and then it changes everything. People's confidence drops. I mean, that's super finish, isn't it? Near post, question the goalie a wee bit, but I think the pace in the ball's taking it past him. I think what you said earlier, we could be in for a cracking game tonight. You know, 2 teams that are going to go at it, 2 teams that have got qualities like that in their ranks. I mean, it could be any score tonight. I've been in the stadium when Dortmund whacked Real Madrid 4-1 3 or 4 years ago. It's a difficult place for any team to go and get a result. You know, Dortmund, when they get you on the back foot, are hard to shake off. And I see them having most of the ball tonight, most of the chances. But we come back to, you know, you got Ronaldo, Isco, Bale in your team. You could spend the game dominating the ball but losing to this Real Madrid team. And
that goalkeeper Roman Berkey was suspect in a couple of those goals. It's not a night to be suspect tonight with what he's up against.
You look at them domestically, Tom. It's 19 goals scored in and only 1 conceded this season. They're absolutely flying. Certainly in the league, they look aside totally dominant. But if you're looking at the Tottenham game, certainly he was at fault for well, maybe Graeme touched on there, maybe for the couple of goals, but it was just the power that maybe beat him. But he did look a little bit shaky at times, coming for crosses when he maybe shouldn't have done, always wanting to come off his line and have involvement. And I always worry when I see a goalkeeper wanting involvement in the game.
And the funny thing is, we did the Europa League final with Ajax against United earlier on this year, Brian, and Peter Bosz was the manager of Ajax that night. Now he's taken over at Dortmund. A lot of the same teams coming up. German media accused Dortmund of naivety against Spurs, and they're pushing up, getting done on the break. These kind of philosophies can be effective at times, but I wonder, does it work in the Champions League in European football, Brian?
Well, Dortmund have had that problem that they haven't been able to keep out goals when they're playing the really good teams. They're able to dismiss the lesser teams. But, you know, I think he has started very well. Tuchel was a great coach, did a fantastic job for them, but there always seemed to be tension in the camp. His man management didn't seem to be the best, so they changed him at the end of last season, and they brought in Bosz from Ajax. His style would be certainly a high press, similar to what we see with Liverpool with Klopp. But he also was a possession man. But he doesn't seem to have the emphasis on defence that's required in this competition if they're going to last to the latter rounds.
I think the history of this competition, there's only ever been really Barcelona that have won it by just having the fast forward gear and don't worry about that. I think you've got to be pragmatic in certain games. I don't think there's maybe never been such a good team as we saw from Barcelona were maybe a decade ago, and they could go out and totally out football teams. But I think everyone else has to have more of a pragmatic approach in certain games.